欢迎回来的惊喜. Welcome back, guys. We're just gonna be trying to test out the Reign of Blood mod here. Not mod, DLC. Let's get started. We're just gonna have a 2-on-2 battle. And by that I mean 2 units versus 2 units, and a general versus a general, just to test out the effects. We currently have the blood stain and blood particle effects at 25%. Let's speed this up. Doesn't take too long, so we can test out the other effects. Hopefully this works out well. I don't have anybody to test this out with. It'd be easier if I could do it against a player-controlled person. A player-controlled army. And here we go. Oh god. Oh wow. Jesus, we just saw that guy's head come off. We just saw that guy get killed. Stabbed through the gut. He must have been a flag bearer. Oh, I don't know how that made him lose his head since he stabbed him through the face. But still, it's pretty brutal. As you can see at 25%, there's not much blood on their bodies. I mean, this guy, yeah, he's got several actual wounds, or what look like wounds. So these are Jean Sword Guard infantry versus G infantry, or G Guard. And here are the Pearl Dragons versus the Yellow Dragons. Let's see if we can see any effects. Any amputation or decapitation animations. Oh, there we saw blood splatter from a gut wound. God, if you got slashed by one of these, and just like tear your intestines out. Yeah, we just saw somebody go flying. Oh. Alright, let's take it off of slow motion.
The enemy general falls! Ha!
Oh, Lubia's already dead. Oh god. Suntier. Jesus, he just chopped that guy's head off. Just execution style. Oh shit. Dude, he did it again. Suntier, get out of there, man. You ruined the test.
Elite warriors!
Sorry guys, I'm just kinda enjoying the battle. It's kinda nice when you don't have to worry about the outcome. Look at that. Such a beautiful, lovely landscape. Ruined. Stained literally by the blood of men.
Cowards!
Okay, so it looks like it's over. We won. Alright guys, and now we're going to be testing it out. This is blood stain and blood particle effects at 50%. And I got it too fucking sped up. Seeing it in slow motion. As you can see, they're just drenched in blood right now. And this is just from like 1 or 2 wounds. Or 1 or 2 blows received. And it's looking like the Battle of the Bastards. Jon Snow just walking around the battlefield covered in blood. Liu Biao is here tainting our results. Cannot let that stand.
I must prevail!
Here's the Zhan Sword Infantry Guard versus the G Guard or G Infantry. Here are some Pearl Dragons also fighting them. Pearl Dragons also over here fighting Yellow Dragons. Now let's put it into normal speed. Oh, that blood splatter. Let's see, hopefully we can see in real time what it looks like. Once the effect starts taking place on somebody, there's a little bit of blood. There's some more on his leg. Now it's all over his torso, continuing to increase. Oh, they're both just, everybody's just all bloody. Except for these guys in the back.
The enemy general falls!
We weren't able to see Sun Tian defeat Liu Biao. And now here we're seeing the effect at 75% for blood splatter or blood particle and blood stain effects. You can see, like, even on the ground, look at all of that. This is blood covering the entire dirt pretty much where they're starting to fight the battle line. These are the Yellow Dragons versus the Pearl Dragons. And look at that, it looks like someone exploded on the ground. It looks like, if you guys watch Supernatural, when, like, Lucifer kills Castiel this season, in one of the earliest seasons, like before he's brought back, he like snaps his fingers and makes him explode. It's like that, man. Oh, the blood on the ground. Look at them, how can they even see? Alright, now here's the Shan Sword Guard Infantry versus the Xi Infantry. Let's actually get a look at Sun Tian and Liu Biao. Liu Biao has no blood on him? How is that possible? Oh!
The enemy general
I see, he was saving it for the dirt. He wanted to nurture the ground.
Make ready.
Very noble thing to do. To the earth we shall all return one day.
Double time.
That is true. Look at this. This is brutal. You can hardly even see them. They don't even look human. War makes demons of us all, indeed. They're all just drenched in blood. War is a bloody business indeed, as they say. Someone says, no. Well, no, maybe that's from a movie or something. Or is that an actual quote? War is a bloody business. I feel like somebody that makes weapons had to have said that at some point. The yellow dragons being pushed back by the pearl dragons. The Shan Sword Guard pushing back the G infantry. Look at this brutality. We're not seeing a lot of amputations or decapitations, though. That seems to be more common with a general fighting a regular unit. Although it does happen. But I guess with a spear unit, you wouldn't get much Yeah, you wouldn't really get much decapitation. Oh, wow. Look at them, they're crawling, bleeding out. Oh, God. Help the man. No, the way he's covered in blood, I don't think there's any way he would have been able to survive. So guys, this is the end result. This is the end of the battle. Both units defeated. This is the effect on the battlefield. Just blood splatter all over the ground. You can see it easily contrasted with the green grass. Or the yellowy green grass. Just piles. Just almost a river of blood seeping through the land. Almost looks as if somebody took a brush and stroked the grass with red. As if a god came here and just gave it a simple brush stroke. Or is this really bad at calligraphy? Victory. Claim the victory. Alright guys, and here we are at 100% bloodstain and blood particle effects. As you can see, pretty much their entire garments are just covered in red. Their shields even just drenched in the blood on both sides from their own bodies and from the veins and arteries of their enemies. The life essence of men on both sides just being drained and flowing back into the earth to feed Mother Earth, to feed Mother Earth once again as it feeds us. Look at them, you can't even see their skin or clothes underneath the bloodstains of their comrades and enemies alike. It's just brutal.
The enemy general falls!
Oh, you missed Sun Tian defeating Liu Biao. Look. Oh, I believe he lost his hand. Sun Tian just covered in blood.
Ready! Move!
Let's get Sun Tian out of here. I don't want him interfering with the battle. Look. This man here. Clean clothes. Ready for battle. Oh, he takes one hit. His arm's bleeding. Blood on his face. I think he did kill somebody. Maybe there's blood splattered on him. He's been pushed to the back, to the second battle line. He's looking for somebody to fight. Oh, they're being pushed back. Oh, his friends falling in the front. He has to take their place. Oh, this man just got to the front line. Killed instantly by a pearl dragon. Just a glaive right through the chest. Could you imagine just being covered in all this blood? It'd be warm, very sticky, it'd smell terrible, I'm guessing. If it got in your mouth, that awful taste of iron. Oh. Let's get some slow motion. Oh, this man just got to the front. He's already dead. This man hit once, wounded, hit in his arm, bleeding from the shoulder, forearm. He just got hit in his knee or his shin. This man looks like he's seen a lot. He's enraged by seeing his comrades fall around him. Oh, God, they're just bleeding all over the ground. And they're still fighting. Fighting for home, for freedom, for family, for their brothers in arms beside them. This is total war. This is what you've come here to see, isn't it? Are you not entertained? Look at them fight. Let's check out the Zhan sword, the guard infantry, and the G infantry. This man's getting too far up front. He's completely surrounded, already covered in blood. Who knows who's his own? Those of his brothers in arms, those of his enemies. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Are we all human? But is it war that really turns us into monsters? Or is it because we're monsters that we go to war? Who knows? Maybe I'm just trying to sound deep. Maybe I just need those views and those subscribers. So if you're enjoying the video, why not leave a like and subscribe and comment. What do you think about the blood effects? This is at 100%. It's very intense, very, I don't know, for me it's a little bit too much, but again, that's at 100%. So it's not like it starts off that way. It starts off at 25% by default, which to me is a little bit too little. Like you really have to like zoom in and look for the blood effect for it to be noticed or noticeable. Let's take it off of slow motion. But yeah, man, definitely it's a lot more brutal now with the decapitation and the amputation effects. And I know a lot of people don't like having to pay $2.99 for it, which I understand. But I also do understand the point of creative assembly. Try to get as many sales as they can with the PEGI rating and the ESRB rating. Which, I mean, personally, growing up, like I'm 27 now, I could always, myself growing up, I could always buy pretty much any game I wanted. My parents didn't really know about the rating or what it meant. I mean, sometimes when you get like games at GameStop, obviously they would tell them, but it's not like they were paying too much attention to it. I think one time maybe my dad said something about me getting a game, but I still got it. I don't even remember what game it was. But I mean, usually most of the time I was buying my own games even from like very young or very early age. So it's not like I couldn't get what I wanted. But I do understand that some parents probably did look at that and they wouldn't let people play certain games. Like I've had like nephews and stuff that like the only console they really had was like a Wii. That's because, I mean, it's like more kid friendly, I'd say. A lot of Mario and stuff. Not as many like bloody games as like Halo or like Killzone. So yeah, I do understand why they do it, to go underneath that rating. Get as many sales as they can. And then they do make a little more money also through the sale of the Reign of Blood DLC, but I mean, I don't mind it. It's $2.99. It's not something that has to be in the game. Like, you can play the game completely fine before the Reign of Blood DLC. I mean, it wasn't as brutal, but it didn't really, I mean, it might have taken away a little bit from the game, but it didn't make it unplayable. It didn't make it less enjoyable. So here we are, guys, at 100%. The battle is now over. The enemy forces have been routed, and this is our end result. Flags in the ground, blowing in the breeze. You can see the blood, the bloody corpses, the shields, the weapons reflecting the light of the sun, the sunlight. Birds flying in the distance. The ground, green and yellow, covered in grass, covered in the bodies of men. Maybe women. I don't think these units have women in them, though. Drenched in blood. The blood flowing, seeping into the earth. So here it is, guys. At 100%. This is what it looks like. I mean, the bodies, they're just pretty much completely in red. Not a lot. Some of them did die. I guess they died very quickly. So some of them probably died like in one hit, and so their bodies weren't covered in blood, which is kind of weird. In fact, they don't look like they have any blood on them, but their shields do. But yeah, there we go. You're seeing the blood effect at 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. Now me personally, I think 25% is too low. You can barely see the blood on their faces at all. 50%, I don't know, 50% might be pretty good. I'll have to look at it again. I think 75 and 100% are like way too much for me personally. It's just too much blood on them. You can't really see too much of the unit model underneath the blood. And it's just not, I don't know, it just seems too cartoonish for me. I'm still glad I got the DLC because the decapitations and the amputations are pretty cool. Or I guess cool, that's weird to say, but definitely makes the battles more intense. More, breathtaking, I guess, because it is supposed to be war. And it is brutal, horrible thing. Brings out the best and worst in humanity. But yeah, I'd probably personally put it somewhere between 25 and 50%. Maybe I'd put it at 50%, maybe like around 40%. I'll have to see that out, check that out personally. If you guys liked the video, please click the like button, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, click the dislike button, leave a comment, tell me why you didn't like it. Also in the comments below, tell me, are you gonna get the Written of Blood DLC? Did you already get it? What do you think about it? And also, what would you personally put on the slider for the blood stains and the blood particles? I don't know, maybe would you guys want to see me test it out at different levels? Like, I don't know, 25% blood stain, 100% blood particle. I think blood particle is the actual spray of the blood through the animations. The blood stain is obviously, I am guessing, blood stain on the clothes, on the actual models and on the ground. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more videos from me, I have a lot of more to have videos. I'm doing a 3 Kingdoms Sun Tian campaign. Just released, just uploaded, hopefully should be uploaded by now in part 3. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Shishi Ninja Shokan.